Creative independence is often imagined as a solitary journey, one person, one vision, pushing through alone. But for many of us, true sustainability doesn't come from isolation. It comes from being seen, supported, and connected. Today, we are exploring how community doesn't dilute independence, it strengthens it. Welcome to Inner Peace Better Health, where personal well being, purpose, and the mind body connection meet real life with honesty, care. I am your host, Nassar. Today, I am joined by Joe Heath, founder of Ashbourne Interactive, a family run indie game studio focused on thoughtful narrative driven storytelling. Joel is a disabled creator, a father of four, and someone building sustainable creative work while developing a powerful vision for community supported independence through what he calls the Dream Pathway Project. In this conversation, we will explore creative independence through community, how connection, accountability, and shared purpose can support both faith, purpose, growth, and inner peace. Welcome to the show, Joel. I hope you're doing good.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm doing fantastic.
Wonderful. So, Joel, I love to start here. Where did you realize that creative independence doesn't mean to do everything alone?
Well, I can't say I've learned that yet because everything I've done with our debut project, a Demon Hunter's Guide to Passing Finals, I've done most of it myself. From the database development to the most of the plugins that increase the functionality of what the engine can do. A lot of it I have done myself, but it's taught me, first of all, it's taught me to really expand my horizons and learn. And it's really forced me to be a little more humble to know when I have to ask for help, which I've been able to do to a point.
That is such a grounded way to put it and with so much of clarity. And I appreciate you managing so much on your own. So, there is a strong cultural belief that independence means self sufficiency at all cost. What feels most misunderstood about independence, especially in creative or entrepreneurial work?
In my experience, the thing that people don't understand is that it's not easy. I mean, people think you can just slap together a few lines of code and make $1 million, when in reality is that a lot of people out there want something a lot deeper, a lot more grounded, and a lot more relatable. They want effort. And I think those people who don't put in that effort are just insulting their base.
I agree. And, from what I am getting is that independence isn't about absence of support, it is about freedom to choose how support shows up.
Yeah.
Hmm,
That's a great way of putting it.
Thank you. So, what do you think so many creatives struggle to ask for or accept community support? Is it fear, pride, past experience, or something deeper?
Well, if I were any indication, then it would a lot of the reason people would have a hard time is just because they've been rejected so many times. They're just told, "Handle it yourself," so many times. But, I don't think that's the way forward. I mean, if we want help from others, we should offer help and show that we're willing to help.
Yeah. Absolutely. This willingness is very important these days. It sounds like many of these patterns form early, where self-reliance become a survival skill rather than a conscious choice.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So how does the absence or presence of community show up in a daily life of for creators in mental health, burnout, consistency, or even physical well-being?
I think we see a lack of community. Like in my case, when I have to handle all of these different aspects of game development on my own,
Mhm.
I mean, Another aspect is like even in family, family makes up a huge community. And I didn't exactly grow up in a strong family because like I come from a family of 10 kids. To my dad, I was a little more than a Pokemon card. To my mother, mm, well, she had 9 favorites. It's pretty I mean, but I don't blame her because, like, I'd lost a brother when I was, like, 12 years old. So it's been quite a while. So, I think that aspect really plays into what caused my mom to change so drastically.
I agree. And thank you so much for sharing that first experience with us. And I believe that requires a lot of strength to share it on a platform. You know, there is something powerful in seeing how creativity and health are intertwined, and how support system can directly affect energy, resilience, and even peace of mind.
Absolutely.
So, for someone who wants to build a creative independence without sacrificing well being, what's a realistic step towards cultivating supportive community?
First thing that comes to mind is if you're gonna develop something, you gotta find people who connect with it. I mean, my game, Demon Hunter's Guide, it's got some heavy anime influences and heavy Harry Potter influences, and a lot of people who really like those IPs are gonna recognize the connection, recognize the parallels, and think and hopefully think, "Wow, that's pretty amazing. I wanna check this out."
I agree. And, I appreciate how practical that feels. Community not as a pressure or obligation, but something as a shared rhythm that supports sustainability.
Yeah, that's it definitely.
Creative paths are really linear. What motivation dips or isolation creeps back in? M- Like, what helps you or those who work with you stay grounded and connected?
What helps me stay grounded and connected, I always remember why I'm doing this. I've got some amazing kids, 3 of which have special needs. My wife has been amazing and supportive. In fact, she's a lot of the reason why I've been able to heal so much. I I honestly cannot imagine, and I don't even want to imagine my life without her in it. I've got these wonderful, wonderful kids.
That is so beautiful. And I hope you and your kids and your wife and everybody stay happy for a very, very long time.
Thank you.
And this is such an important reminder that progress isn't about constant momentum, but about having places and people that helps us reset.
And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of synergy involved in this.
I agree.
Because like with the support of my wife and kids, I'm able to achieve far greater things than I could on my own. I mean, I wouldn't have the courage to attempt something that so many people have reminded me the odds against me. The odds don't matter. What matters is what you're willing to do, the mountains you're willing to climb to accomplish what you want to accomplish.
Absolutely. And I believe that requires a lot of strength, and the support from your loved ones can really make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, they really have made a huge difference.
Yes. So, for anyone listening who's trying to carry everything alone, what might shift if you allowed community to be a part of your independence rather than a threat to it?
Well, the people have got to want to contribute, want to contribute, and I mean, that's not always easy. And I think the thing that really makes you, I mean, imagine yourself running a marathon and you're so tired you can't take another step. You've got to be willing to accept help from somebody else if you want to finish the race.
Absolutely. That is a very important thing, I must agree. Creative independence becomes sustainable when it is rooted in connection, compassion, and shared humanity.
Oh, man, that's something we have too little of these days, which is why we always have to be that.
Yeah, I agree. So, Joel, for our listeners who are curious about your work, your studio, and your vision about Dream Pathway Project, where can they find you and connect with you?
There are a number of places that can find and connect with me. You can find me on X at Ashbourne LLC, on Instagram, Ashbourne underscore Interactive LLC. And I have recently launched a Patreon, but I don't have the information for that right here with me.
You can share that with us, and I will make sure to include all these details into the show notes so that many, many people can reach out to you and know more about your project, because what you are doing is so brave and so beautiful. And many people would feel like joining it because it resonates with a lot of people.
Well, I appreciate that. Sorry, I just had to. Oh, I had a thought, but I can't remember what it was. It just sort of slipped away really quick.
It's okay, we can include it.
Um, I don't remember. Oh, so that's part of the disability right there. It's just like uh, memories. Memory is an issue, but that tends to happen with 30 plus years of gaslighting.
I can understand.
Um, honestly, I'm really excited about Dream Pathway Project. It hasn't launched yet. In fact, that's the second step in my plan.
Mhm.
The first step is Ashbourne Interactive, and that's going to help me finance Dream Pathway Project. And the Dream Pathway Project, what we're going to focus on is people with significant issues getting traditional employment, like me, and we're going to help you get into self employment or get some kind of sustainable passive income. I mean, like, if you wanted to write a novel, as an example, we'll get you a ghostwriter, we'll get you an editor, cover designer, what have you, and then that will hopefully be an honest source of passive income. And then we'll find some way, and then we'll work on paths to sustainability for that. Because like one novel's only going to last only going to bring in money for so long. So we still got to find some way to help you become sustainable.
That sounds absolutely beautiful.
I appreciate it.
And I hope a lot of people reach out to you because there are so many people who need this help that you are providing them.
Yeah. I mean, a wise man once said, "Be the change you want to see in the world." It's often attributed to Mahatma Gandhi, but there's some question about if he actually said that. But I think the truth still stands. Do you want to see better people in the world? Be a better person.
Absolutely, I agree. So, is there anything you want to say to our listeners tonight?
Uh, to this, I will quote the great Stan Lee. Um,
Mhm.
if you have an idea that you genuinely think is good, don't let some idiot talk you out of it. I had those ideas and I refuse to let people talk me out of it.
Yes, that is very important. And Joel, thank you so much for being with us on Inner Peace, Better Health. It was an amazing conversation with you. More power to you and more power to your Dream Pathway project. I hope it becomes a super big success.
Well, thank you, Nazish.
You're very welcome. And dear listeners, if today's conversation reminded you that independence doesn't have to cost you your health, and building something meaningful is often easier and kinder when we don't do it alone. So, until next time, take care of your creativity, your body, and communities that help you thrive.